Hey everyone, I'm excited to take you through a new feature release for our positive EV bettors today. And honestly, it might not be for all of you, but our sharpest Outlier Pro users have been asking for this for a few months now. We're really excited to have gotten it out the door. So what this is, we've added the ability to have multi-book Devig and custom weighting to both the web application and the iOS app. So a little bit of background first. So as we know, some sports books are better, aka sharper, than others at setting odds. So that means if you know which books are sharp on a specific market, a specific league, even time of year, like earlier in the season versus later season, you can improve your ROI by uncovering more positive EV. Outlier Pro now allows you to integrate all of this knowledge into your filters and strategies through the ability to select multiple Devig books and assign them separate weightings, custom weightings. So in order to set up your strategies for the multiple Devig books, you're going to navigate up to the filter menu up here. You can also do it from the dropdown, but I want to show you how it happens as part of a cohesive filter strategy here. So once you're on the filter overlay, you'll now see the option to select multiple sports books here. You'll also see that you can select required versus optional. Selecting required means that all of those books that we select here, in this case, Pinnacle and FanDuel, must have posted odds in order to present an EV calculated play on the feed. If you select multiple required books, the minimum book count down here will automatically increase. If you select optional, you'll have the ability to increase the number of how many books you want to count specifically into the play, into the EV calculation, I should say. So for here, let's just say we want to do player props, and we know that FanDuel, DraftKings, and BetOnline are sharp on player props. We think that FanDuel, and we've known for a little while that FanDuel is the sharpest on NBA props, but I've personally been losing out on DraftKings a little bit, so we want to add that into it. And we also know that BetOnline is pretty sharp for NBA and MLB player props. So we've selected our main required book, which is FanDuel, and we have two optional books to take into account. We'll say we want a minimum of two books, so this will be FanDuel and DraftKings, or FanDuel and BetOnline, or it'll be all three. So we'll close. And then here's where the weighting comes in. So we'll want to, because we know that FanDuel is sharp and it's our required book, we'll want to put more weight onto FanDuel. And these numbers don't have to equal 100. It's more of just a guide to know what weighting we're putting into each of the odds once it's been devigged. So let's say we want FanDuel to be the priority here. DraftKings is pretty sharp, and then BetOnline, we'll just call it even with DraftKings. So you can move your sliders here. You can close this, and now you'll see it all laid out here. You can obviously select more books if you choose, and then you'll show your results, and you can see and let's just set a few more filters here so that we don't have crazy 550 results to look at. So obviously I keep it personally to a quarter Kelly. Minimum EV, let's just say 3% for this example. Minimum Kelly, I don't want to look at stuff that's not really worth betting on. Let's just say try to get it close to 0.5. That's fine. We only want bets in the next 24 hours. Bet types, said we want to look at player props specifically. And then let's do NBA. MLB, there aren't going to be any player props at the time of this recording, so we'll just look at NBA. So you see our 8 results here. So now once we go into a bet to analyze it, you'll see that our Devig odds are already selected with these books, and they all have hung lines or posted odds, depending on whatever nomenclature you like. So we've already Devigged to all of those, and you'll see the current EV is 4.8% on multiplicative. We can go into the Devig methods in a separate article. We actually have a separate video for it, which we'll link to it, and you'll see the Kelly rankings. So now let's look at what happens once we pull BetOnline, for example, off of the Devig odds. We'll see it goes up quite a bit here. So this number was making it a little bit more conservative, which in my opinion, I like. So we'll keep it. We can also look what happens to these numbers as we drag these filters around. So let's say we'll put more weighting on bet online and less there. Close, and you'll see that the numbers are adjusting. So there's a lot to play around with. I strongly suggest joining the Outlier Pro or Positive EV Discord chat. There's already a ton of chatter in there about what methods and what settings are best. And that's how we're going to grow and profit together. If you have any specific questions, reach out to customer support or find any of the team members or sharp bettors, like I said, in Discord, and we'll be happy to take you through it. And we're looking for feedback. We're going to continually improve this process. So thank you for listening, and I hope you find this as a way to get sharper in your Plus EV journey. Thanks.